What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another update. Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Kicking things off here in a Mercedes. Had a lot of fun with this one, guys. You obviously can head on over and check out the full review I did do of the Mercedes GTR. Fantastic car. But there's one important thing I want to do today is show the yin and the yang of this game. One of my favourite races, one of the most entertaining ones, and one of the worst, if not the worst race in this game. First of all, we're going to head over to Tung Tao Wan race, cross-country D-class race, 500 to 650 RP. But this one has a very important purpose. Being a clan race, this will help us advance through the clan side of things very quickly. And I want to shed a bit of light on having some fun in the game, using cars that we would not normally use for certain races. In this instance, using the Range Rover Sport SVR. And what I've done with this one importantly is I've left it on the cross-country build with the only change putting the slick tyres on. We can see just how lively the SVR is here. The amount of body roll this thing has is just unbelievable. But what this also gives us is mad amount of acceleration. It jumps off the line quickly, gets through the gears quickly. Yes, we have to negate the issue of body roll, but it gives us a little bit of fun. Throwing this into a corner, watching this absolute tank float across the road here. It's bags of fun, guys. I would encourage you to head on over, try out this race, use something as lively as the Range Rover Sport. I promise you, we just miss the front end of an F-150 traffic car there. I promise you guys, if you head on over and give this one a try, you will be thoroughly entertained. Just missing out a lamppost here. We can cut across left hand, tight right hander here, keep it nice and tidy, but again the body roll allowing the Range Rover to float across the road. Again, just missing another lamppost here. We're on a bit of a run on the channel, missing out a couple of lampposts, a bit of a tricky left hander there, and we do end up taking out another traffic car. Left-hander into our last right-hander where there's typically a car sitting about here. We get fortunate this time out and we push forward, cross the line and obviously take first place. But this of course had a very important purpose of pushing us forward with the clan progress, something I've largely not done. But with us now getting close to Season 2, I want to complete everything off in-game before we do head on over towards Ibiza. Big review for that one, guys, I did do yesterday. I encourage you to head on and check that out after today's video. But this got me thinking, what can we do going forward? Well, lastly, what I need to do in this iteration of the game is to complete off everything I do have, the clan progress being probably one of the biggest ones I have given little time to. So we're going to push forward here, and we have managed to push forward to level 40, I believe it is now, and the latest clan boss, whatever they are, they're not really much of a boss. They don't really tend to give us much competition. So we'll head on over to the Sharps HQ, make a meal of drifting round and roundabout with the GTR, but we'll jump into the Sharps HQ and we will head through to the back here to find, is it Hassim is the guy's name? Yunus. Yunus is his name, and we'll see what Yunus has to say.
Okay, relax. Things are about to get serious now.
I doubt it.
Your name is on everyone's lips, and everybody wants to race you.
Quite rightly so.
Perfect. It looks like you're worthy of an emir now.
Right, okay, let's just get on with it. Challenge him to duel. We've got an 820 max RP race on this duel. That's interesting. It leaves the door open here to choose whatever vehicle we want to use. Do we want to stick here with the Mercedes GTR? We could maybe jump into a Lamborghini Huracan. We know we love using that. Even the R8 Decennium. It's been quite a while actually since I've jumped into the Decennium for one of these videos. The Decennium might be a good option. The sat-nav bugging out here, telling us to go right when we needed to go left. Regardless, this race itself gives us a lot of options to jump into essentially any car we want to, up to 820 RP. Now, I'm sceptical why it is open so broadly to us. What is Yunus going to be in with this race? I am mixed emotions here. I don't know what I'm going to choose going into this one. But there's one key important fact with this race in particular, and I'm going to show you that right now. It is a boss race against Yunus Ben Nassim. Circuit 2 laps. But it's a stormy 100% asphalt race. I mean, it's stormy, it is very wet on track, we already know that. 820 RP. What are we going to take for this one? We're going to take the Nissan GTR. It's been a while since we've jumped into this one. I do thoroughly enjoy using the GTR. And already I can see a huge problem. It is a Ferrari Enzo that we're up against, and it is of course rear wheel drive. and it is soaking wet on the roads. So once again, I have got an issue with the game, and I'm typically not negative on this game, but this is a big issue in my opinion. This is supposed to be a boss race, one of the hardest races we should have to do in game. Well, they put us on a stormy, soaking wet Hong Kong street up against a Ferrari that's rear wheel drive that will have next to no grip. I have of course taken a GTR for this race. I knew it was wet coming in, so I wanted 4-wheel drive. I did make one small mistake and forgot to change the tyres. I do have semi-slick tyres fitted at this point. We'll see that a little bit later. So yeah, the issue I do have here is we should be going up against the best possible competition, and we're not getting it. Taking out our customary lamppost, and of course there's going to be a car on that turn and that one just there. Yeah, the issue I do have here is we're not getting the hardest possible AI to go up against, especially for this race here. It's challenging enough, me racing by myself on slick tyres on a soaking wet street, but the added factor here should be that we're going up against the toughest possible competition from the AI, and it simply isn't the case. Coming up to a left-hand hairpin here, we do outbrake ourselves, locking up on the wet road surface, but already we're 21.9 seconds ahead of the AI. This should be fighting tooth and nail to even remain in first place, and largely this isn't the case. Well, it most definitely isn't the case here. It is an issue I think needs fixed with the game. Hopefully moving into Season 2 that this is going to be an issue that is resolved. Of course there's going to be new clan challenges, new battles to obviously overcome as we try to cut the corner and take out a wall, messing up the race. It's not going to matter all too much. But moving over to Season 2, moving over to Ibiza with some new clan bosses, some new challenges, new races, new competitions, new races in particular being the key factor here. The door is open to change the dynamic of the game, change the weather dynamic, change the challenge difficulty from the AI. There's a lot that can be done here, so I do expect big things from the update. Now this race in particular, being a clan boss, these should be, like I've mentioned, the hardest races in the game, and they're typically the easiest races. But this race in particular for me is the worst race I have done in game so far, and that's quite a bold statement. There's a few hypercar races I've pointed out in previous videos that are just pointless. They shouldn't, in my opinion, be in the game. Why do we want to use a 2000 horsepower rear wheel drive hypercar on a absolute torrential downpour in Hong Kong? They just don't work. That there for me is where the weather dynamics should come into play, that we should be able to choose the weather, or maybe the weather's changeable within a race, or every different race it's a different weather forecast essentially. I do think that is a change that they can make very easily for Season 2. But we'll get back to the race in hand. Here we do cross the line and we're about to start. Yeah, we did just start lap number 2. Hopefully now we understand that we have got essentially a lack of grip underneath the wheels of a GTR. We can maybe perform better in the second lap as we do break ourselves on the first proper corner, locking up on a wet surface with semi-slick tyres. We've got a left-hander here. We'll probably try to be a bit tidier, a bit slower but cleaner through that one, and the same applying to this left-hander here. We can cut just a little bit. We cut a little bit too much. We do take out a tree. Right-hander here, another car to navigate, and a Porsche sitting right at the face or the entrance of that junction, but we can push forward. Left-hander here, let's cut across just a little bit. We're a bit tidy, a bit messy rather with that one, and we do take out a customary lamppost, and once again a car sitting right at that junction. We're going to have to remember that if we ever do this race again. For full clarity, this is going to be a one and done for me. I know I just said if I ever do this race again, I hope I never do this race again. Yeah, frustrated. I've got semi-slick tyres on the GTR, but it's just not a challenging race. We're 20 seconds ahead of the other AI car here. We should be, you know, side by side. I won't dwell on that one too much. Outbraking or locking up once again on the wet surface on the exact same turn once again. I just want this race to be over with. I'm sure you guys have experienced the same problem racing up against Yunus Ben Nazim. Let me know if you guys fared better, if you chose a better car with better tyres than I did. I would assume you would have. But we'll push forward. We've got maybe half a lap left here. This right-hander, we don't want to claim that inside wall this time out. We do make a better job of it this time. Obviously a bit slower, but we're being a bit more cautious here. Big sweeping left-hander, there's a car sitting on our lane and we do end up crashing into it. You guys can see from the demeanour of the video and the progress that I've made, I haven't enjoyed this race at all. I do just want it to be over with. But we'll push forward. Nice right hand hairpin coming up here. Hopefully we're a bit tighter than we were last time. We always went off that left cliff. We are a little bit tighter this time out. We can now push downhill It's going to be tricky, it's going to be wet and slidey, but we do undercut left and we try to squeeze through the middle of the Range Rover and wherever that blue car was, but we do end up clipping the blue car. Left-hander into right-hander, into left. A nice snaking section here. We've done this part of the map many times before. It is a great little part in dry weather. Nice little right-hander here. Apologies, we do end up clipping the curb and the back end does slide out from us. Hairpin here, we'll hopefully apply a bit of handbrake and we can be a bit tighter here. Yeah, we get a nice little drift on. Fantastic. 300 yards left. Let's just get this race over and done with. Much like you guys watching, I'm thankful for this race to finally be over with, as we do make an absolute mess of the last couple of turns, but nonetheless, we cross the line, we take out first place. Apologies if you've made it this far that you had to suffer that one. But we did advance, we did clear off level 40, we did of course beat Yunus Ben Nazim, all for the glorious reward of a shirt and vest. I'm not going to dwell on that either, guys. You know my thoughts on the rewards, another thing that could be upgraded. But with all that being said, completing off the task for today, completing off level 40 of the clan progress, we'll head on back to Sharps. We'll see if we've got any outro dialogue from Yunus Ben Nazim. Oh, we got his watch as well, fantastic. Hopefully we can sell it and make some more money in the game. Obviously that's not going to happen. Yeah, we'll head back, we'll speak with Yunus Ben Nazim, we'll see what he's got to say, and we'll push forward with the rest of the game. This is something I do want to box off. I want to finish off all of the clan progress before we do go over to Season 2 for Ibiza. Very much looking forward to that one. We're only, what, not even 2 weeks out, I don't think. Yeah, around about 2 weeks out from moving over towards the Ibiza map. Very much looking forward to it. Very excited to see what the island has for us in particular. I think a lot of people are dwelling on the bad things of Season 2. I think there's a hell of a lot of good things that are going to come from this one. I'm very excited to see what happens. A new map, a much smaller one, but a new map, lots to explore, new races, new challenges, everything in between, guys. Let me know, are you like me? Are you very much looking forward to moving over to the Ibiza map and seeing what changes we get with Season 2? But like we said, guys, we'll head back to Sharps, we'll jump into the HQ, and we will see what Yunus has to say to us. Taking a lifetime to get back here, jeez, should have cut that one a bit shorter, but we're here now. Let's push through and see what Yunus has to say. Yeah, let's get right round. Yunus sitting in his corner as always, looks like he's not left the place. That there, I think, could have another tweak.
Excellent, my friend.
Excellent challenge. No, it wasn't indeed. We absolutely wiped the floor with you. It wasn't a challenge at all. Honoured to be beaten like a champion like ourselves. Yeah, it should be. Why did you drive a rear-wheel drive Ferrari in a soaking wet street? I won't dwell on it too much, guys, but I wanted to point out the good and the bad with some of the racing in game. There's some very short races, like I've pointed out in this video, and the last clan battle video I did put out, that there are some fantastically quick races to help us progress through the clan battle quickly. But this comes with a weight, and that weight is the bosses in the clan battle. They really need to be fixed, changed up, made tougher for us. There's literally no challenge on any of these clan races. One thing I do hope is changed with the launch of Season 2. Guys, somehow I do hope you have enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for more. Tomorrow we will of course be jumping over to the live event. Looking forward to seeing what that one has for us. If you've enjoyed today's video and the rest of the content, smash the like button, subscribe, tap on the bell, leave us a comment before you do leave today. It will be appreciated, guys. Stay tuned for more content on Test Drive Unlimited. Solar Crown.